Waziri, some of your statements you should not make categorically that we have not reached Akuku's numbers. Where myself and Senator Wakoli come from, we don't count children. So you should not be too sure. Now, we are going to go into quick plenary. It's a quarter past midday. Please, members, we agree we are going to do only 30 minutes. Waziri, I am going to allow you to call from your team because of the space here, but from the Senate, the Senator Jackson Mandago, please join us here on stage. You want Dr. Masi Mwangangi and who? And P.S. Oluga. Please come and join us here. But even as they come, Waziri, there'll be need for a lot of clarifications from some of the things that you have spoken to. You have answered some of my concerns because when you speak about 12 billion that you've prevented in fraud, we expect to see commensurate prosecution. We want your clarification whether these 1,186 files that you have forwarded to DCI represent the entirety of the amount of 12 billion shillings you claim you have stopped as fraudulent claims. Secondly, Waziri, you have to tell us where the problem is in the legal chain. You know, if you submit 1,186 files and then we have only 30 cases that the ODPP is presenting for the problem. Waziri, on your speech as well, you have spoken about UHC workers, and we have heard you repeat this severally, because I've heard this before, that you had agreed with the Treasury or the county governments to second this stuff to the county governments. We remember, Honorable Speaker, county governors saying they don't want these people. I don't know if it is me or that is the case, Waziri. You need to clarify to us, because the governors are saying without the money from Treasury, they are not going to take this stuff. Waziri, you have not touched on facilities reimbursements, which continue to be slow. You clarify for me this Lipa Sha Pole Pole. Is there a threshold that needs to be met by that Mamamboga before they access services, or immediately they put in the first installment, they are good to go? Clarify to us also, Waziri, what procedures you have put in place or mechanisms. You have said that when people travel outside Kenya to seek health care, they have to follow certain procedures. I don't know how many people in this room, including the senators, are aware of that process, and what mechanisms your ministry has put in place to sensitize Kenyans on following these proper procedures, because we see very many cases of people stuck abroad. Then on the NHIF stuff, we have had complaints, Waziri, that there are people who are facing those fraudulent allegations, directors who have actually found their way back to SHA. You need to tell us what is happening there. And I can see Dr. Uma Oluga is here on stage. He has a history of union work. We want to know what policy interventions you have put in place to stem the rising and incessant cases of industrial action in the health sector. As the Senator of Nairobi standing here, we have had a strike for clinical officers in Nairobi. I think it is now day 66 or something. Please address the policy interventions that you have put in place for us to be able to deal with these industrial actions. And the key complaint is failure by the ministry and the county governors to do what? To honor the agreements that they signed, the collective bargaining agreements that they signed. So we will note those, and Waziri, you will decide who answers what. But honorable colleagues, just 1 minute, please put your hands down, because the chair of health is here. With your permission, because he was a discussant, can he please go first? And Senator Mandago, because of the interest from your colleagues, you had been allocated 15 minutes, but by executive fiat, I am cutting it down to 5 minutes. Or you want him to go last? Okay, Mandago, is that okay? Aya, twende kazi. Let me start with VIP, please. Give the mic to Senator Crystal Lasige. There has to be a roving mic, or are there mics on the table? Yes. And let's keep them brief and straight to whoever it is you want to address your question.